This Etsy store earns more than $1,000 each month selling mugs, and there are hundreds of more stores like it. Today, we'll look at the business model I utilized, but with a minor twist. We'll use A to handle all the hard work. Of course, I'm referring about the realm of print on demand. Basically, it's drop shipping with mugs. We'll look at various instances in this video so you can see the data for yourself. I'll explain the whole process and business plan, and I'll even build my own store right here in this video and show you through the simplest and lowest skill technique to get started step by step. Take a look at this item on Etsy to fully grasp the possibilities and understand how this works. It's a basic mug with a flowery motif that earns roughly $5,000 every month. This is a really simple design, yet it's quite effective. And we're utilizing A to create designs similar to this. The same store has additional ads with very similar designs, such as this one, which generates $1,300 per month, and this one, which generates $660 per month. They've sold over 1,305 mugs just from these 3 postings. That's a lot of mugs to purchase, stock, print designs on, and send to consumers. This is where print on demand comes in. It's fairly similar to conventional drop shipping, with the exception that you'll collaborate with a supplier like Printy, who can provide you with white label items such as these t-shirts, pillows, socks, posters, and mugs that may be printed on. I connect with Etsy's marketplace directly, making the whole process exceedingly simple. Your goal is simple: to choose one of these things, add some kind of design to it, whether it's a picture, text, or an AI design, and post it for sale in your Etsy store with a little prettier mock-up. It will appear in your Etsy shop, and if one of Etsy's over 450 million monthly visitors sees your store and purchases that item, it will be sent directly to Printed. The design you provide will be printed on the mug and mailed straight to your consumer without the need for a physical location, a website, or even advertising. This is one of the simplest companies to start, but you need more evidence to understand how well it can truly perform. Strictly Business Mugs is a store that sells mostly mugs, yet they've made over $800,000 just from cup sale. But even more astounding is this store called Les Blues, which has been on Etsy for less time than purely business mugs and has sold approximately $1.30 million. When we look at some of their designs, we can see that they are quite straightforward, such as this definition mug that has brought in over $7,000, or this mug that has brought in over $6,000 just from that one item. But what's even more astounding is that they earn that $1.3 million in revenue. As of the filming of this video, they've earned a daily average of $740 per day, or more $22,000 per month, over the previous 1,744 days. Now that we've seen a bunch of examples, let's get to the fun part: creating designs using AI. The first step is to create a new Gmail account using the name of your company. This will be really beneficial when you begin opening all of the other linked accounts. This keeps everything structured and separate from your personal email. Then, at the bottom of the page on Etsy, click the Sell on Etsy button and then Start a Store. Then use that newly generated business email address. Then also log in with your Google account in Printeck. Now that we've gotten all of that set up, which is really very simple, we can start developing goods using my favorite AI tool. MidJoureny is a long-running picture-generating AI that you're probably already familiar with, and all of the visuals you see were created by a single line of text known as a prompted. MidJoureny will be used to develop whole designs for our cups, so make sure you have a free Discord account, then head to MidJourney's website and click the Join the Beta button at the bottom of the page, which will link you to the MidJoureny server inside Discord. Unfortunately, you will now have to pay $10 per month to utilize MidJoureny and have full commercial rights to sell the photographs. Before using, we will create a separate chat to make it more convenient to generate images. Nothing complicated here. Just repeat after me and you will have your own server. So, to create our first picture, just head down to the bottom of the page to the chat box portion where it reads Message. You'll begin by entering a /. When you see this, just choose the Imagine option. This is where we can type practically whatever we want, any sort of design we can conceive of. So, for example, if we wanted to build something comparable to this cactus mug, which has earned almost $2,000, we could do it quite quickly. So in the prompt part, I'd simply enter something like cactus plant in watercolor painting style. sharp, prickly on a white backdrop, and the addition of that on a white background is critical. Then I'm simply going to click enter and see what it comes up with. Each time you run a prompt, it will now produce 4 new photos. And although virtually all of them seem to be usable, it will also provide you with some additional controls just below it. If you click the reroll button, for example, the identical request will be shown again with 4 fresh new photos. You may click this as many times as you like. If one of them is close but not quite right, you may utilize the relevant variation buttons to create other comparable photos. This will just show you 4 variants of that picture, and after you've decided on one, click the Match and Upscale button to make it bigger. Using this challenge as a basic template, I was able to make a plethora of beautiful photographs with white backgrounds for our mugs. At this point, you should have an excellent picture. You could upload it straight to a mug on Printy and sell it as long as it's on a white backdrop. But there's a lot more we can do with the prompt to obtain even better mug design. So let's input a / and go to the settings option, which will open the settings box. You may control how much stylization or inventiveness the Ahrefs receives from this page. For instance, a modest stylization is going to produce a picture based only on your request, while increasing the stylization will bring a lot more of the AI's own ingenuity to it. So, if I run the same prompt with a different degree of stylization each time, you can see how we get distinct photographs, but with varying levels of flair. I think, for example, when we were creating seamless designs for sale, we closed the query by entering /tile. As a result, we get a seamless pattern like the one you see above. There are many other characteristics, but the most significant is the addition of -R for aspect ratio. This enables us to decide whether we want a vertical picture or not halfway through the voyage. So for example, if we wanted it to be vertical, we might construct a 9:16. Because there is little room, this normally prints individual things. You may also make it broader. Because there's more room, you could write 16:9 and include a lot more objects in your work. Alternatively, you may just set your own aspect ratio. What if you could design an aspect ratio? That would cover the whole print space of a cup. You may, however, begin by entering /R followed by a space and then put 293:151 at the conclusion of the prompt to make a very wide picture. That is the precise size required to cover the whole print area of a cup. In terms of what I've been able to make using this precise process, the first style I tried was this mushroom design, which came out well, but it was difficult to obtain the exact same style. But I still believe I got many excellent outcomes. I made several options. You can see what the result is. But how can we use these photographs to earn money? So here's how. Once you've upscaled the picture that you like, you can simply write, click it, and save it to your computer with the image that you downloaded, as long as it's on a clean white backdrop. Then you may upload it immediately to a ready-to-sell white mug on Printy. The design fits nicely and looks amazing on the cup mock-ups in Printy. And if the same design was on a smaller mug, I would simply slide it down a little bit and I believe it would look even better. We're ready to submit it to our Etsy store since we're creating photographs that are already the correct size. Before we publish our product, we need to show how it will look. To do this, we choose a few mocaps. Select a few to increase the probability of sale. Great, now we have a finished product. Before publishing, come up with a short description. You can look at the same products on Etsy, or you can use the ChatGPT. Publish it, and it's done. If you like this video, write about it in the comments below. What image ideas do you think will sell best in 2023? That's all for now. See you in the next video.